Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Finally, we're warming up a little bit. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but very quickly should be warming up. Probably in the 50s. We're in the 40s right now, going to the 50s.
It's pretty bright out here.
It is bright. We are in
It's gorgeous.
partial sun, partial shade today, so it's going to be perfect. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to disassemble this treehouse kind of thing. And people are like, well, why don't you finish it? Well, because I don't have the sheet metal to finish it. Is one big reason. Another one is I'd like to repurpose this wood for something more useful, like shelving or a workbench.
While it's a cute concept, I just don't see that it would get the use that would make it worth it.
It doesn't. It's neat and it has a good overlook into the valley. But if you look right over here to your left, my right, your left, this porch provides a beautiful view of the valley, and it's perched up higher. So actually I'd rather spend time up there in that tree fort, I guess you could call it, versus this tree fort further down. So first we're going to take off, I think my plan here is to take the sheet metal off first, and we'll just stack it over here to the side. The sheet metal is the same color as the barn. Or the garage, whatever you want to call it. But we don't have enough of it to finish it. And that's probably why it got left like this, because there's no more. And I'm not going to go buy more.
And that wood can be useful for a lot of other projects.
Yeah, and I've already taken one board down because we used it underneath the ladder for the fan install, if you remember. I put some 2x12s down for the ladder to sit on so I could get on it to finish that fan. One of those boards came off of this. So I've already taken one board off, but we're going to finish disassembling this and taking it down, making it look natural again.
And what were you talking about possible uses for this wood? You were talking about maybe building a workbench?
Yeah, like a workbench, some shelves possibly in the side room or maybe in the main bay area.
Yeah, I think those things would be a lot more useful for us.
Yeah, we need a little more storage space, not a whole lot.
Though it was a cute concept.
It is cute, and
but
the former owner had kids, and I get that.
Yeah, the kids would get a lot more use out of it.
And I had a couple of concerns about it too. These support brackets down here, they should be 4x4 posts like they are up here, but they're not.
Yeah,
so
that doesn't seem that sturdy.
It's a lot of weight. That post should have went all the way to the ground. So I have some concerns about its and over time, I would just have more growing concerns over its stability to hold weight.
Plus, with us traveling, it doesn't leave a lot of time to be using this structure either.
Yeah. And so we either got to build it up or take it down because it's unfinished. So we're going to take it down and repurpose the wood.
All right.
That's our plan. So I guess I'll get busy.
Get busy, busy.
Get busy. big the sheet is. Like, where does it overlay at? Can you tell on that end?
Where the what?
Like, lift the edge up and find out how wide the sheet is. Oh, I forgot. Is that one? That's an edge right there.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's one right there. So I'd like to get this one off. It should be completely undone. I guess I'll just let it hit the ground over there, but I don't want it to hit you. Should I let it go off that edge so it doesn't hit you, or would you rather take it from here and take it down?
I'll take it down.
That's good.
I don't know if it'll stay.
Oh, it's falling!
So, how are we coming along?
We're getting it. It's slow going just because you're up in the air and just being older. You're like more sure of your footing before you just go. Like when you're younger, you just go, right?
Those metal sheets are heavy.
They're kind of heavy, but with the debris on top of them and the red paint, and it's kind of got a lot of weathering, it's hard to tell how many screws you got left.
And I got a little too close to the action with the camera.
And it took a fall.
And it fell and I broke the tripod. So now I have to order a new tripod.
Yeah,
Look at what happened.
I really like the tripod.
I love this tripod. So now I have to go online and find a new one. Hold this. Show them what I did.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't even seen it yet.
It's bad. It's broke.
Oh, shoot.
It's snapped off in 2 different places. So I got to go on Craft Geek and order a new one and hope it can get here pretty fast. And now I got to look for our old one. It's always good to have a backup, I guess.
I guess this is supposed to go down and up like that.
Yeah, it snapped off in those 2 places.
Yeah, it's broke.
Well, when I mess up big time.
Oh, maybe we can see if we can't get another one. See if they'll send us one for free. We'll do another video.
I'm just going to go on there and buy one.
Yeah, we might have to.
It took a pretty high fall.
It's our fault, so we take full responsibility for it. It was set on the ladder, and then the ladder moved, and it fell all the way down in the bottom ravine there.
Yeah,
so.
I was trying to get closer to the action, but, you know.
Let's just be glad the phone didn't break.
That's right. Tripod is much cheaper than a phone. Yeah. So now we gotta hunt for the old one.
It's still a good holding stick, but it's not a good tripod anymore.
Absolutely not.
And I got one more sheet to get. I think I can do it from the ladder, which I prefer to do. And then we start taking boards off, and I think that'll move a lot faster.
I've had enough of your sheet. Your sheet is too heavy.
I know, I have enough of my own sheets. Okay, well, we finished getting all the tin off the roof. I think that will probably be the most challenging part. I think the rest of it can be done from the ladder, just by going up between the rafters. So we had to change our bid head. And I think most of these are Phillips screws. And I don't think it really matters where we start. I think what we'll do is we'll get the cross members first. And then we'll take down the 2x. These are some really nice 2x8s or 2x10s. Look like 2x10s.
They look in very nice condition. Yeah. Protected by that metal roof.
Yeah, they're in good shape. So I love having these timbers. You know what these timbers go for in Lowe's now? They're about 20 bucks a piece. So this is why I don't want to be a treehouse. I want to be something useful.
I'm sure you don't want to keep this deck so you could get a suntan.
The deck would be the only part I would keep, but I'm seeing some nice 2x10 rafters under there. I think I'd like to get those too. We're going to have a whole bunch of them. I think I'd rather have some nice shelving.
I guess if you're going to get your suntan on, you can just lay out on the hill.
Yeah, I still like the porch. The porch is really nice.
Well, you can't get a tan up there.
No, but there's an outside section of the porch, so you don't have to be underneath the screened-in porch. You can be outside on the deck, which is where I've been sitting lately. You know, just, you know, looking through your phone, or, you know, I was on a live yesterday. I was outside walking around the yard. It was beautiful. I loved it.
I'm seeing all these pretty little flowers popping up everywhere. I don't know if I can zoom in on them.
They look like wild onions, from what I know in Virginia, but the flowers are kind of throwing me off.
I see them all over this hill popping up, so
You know,
that's
I think
pretty
it'd be
cool.
pretty to maybe throw some wildflower seed down the hill. I know the deer will love it.
You could feed the deer.
Feed the deer.
All right, Brett's getting back up on that ladder.
Yeah, but this is much safer.
Oh, definitely. I was a little worried when he was up on the metal roof. You just have that vision of sliding down the edge. So I can handle this a little bit better.
These are all Phillip tips, so they should come out pretty easy.
All right, we'll check on you in a little bit.
Alrighty.
Checking in again. As you can see, it's really coming along. Got no roof over there.
No roof.
Those boards can be pretty heavy though when you're up on the ladder.
And when we took this board off, it was framing these two 4x4 posts. So there's really not much. Like I said, these don't go to the ground like they really should. So they're just sitting there. I think the only thing holding this 4x4 post are these three boards.
Yeah.
And the two toe boards down there.
That's it. Brett had a ladder leaned up against it, and when that top board came off, it was like, uh-oh,
I'm like, woo!
little shaky. So.
And this end we had to kind of rip off. You can see the screws sticking out of there. Because of where they are, I can't really put a ladder against that post. Even though there's a ladder sitting here, I didn't go on it, because look, it's just too sketch.
It's really sketchy of a structure.
Yeah, these posts should have went all the way to the ground, and the weight should have been on these posts.
I would definitely not have felt safe leaving this up and using it for anything. So I think we made the right decision here.
Yeah, the platform is okay secured, but just on those little 2x8s or something, they should have been on a 4x4 post.
Definitely.
But,
all right, well, we'll keep knocking it out here.
yeah, almost lunchtime, ain't it?
Yeah.
Somewhere it is. Somewhere in the world.
I already know what I'm having for lunch.
All right. I'll have this board off here in a second.
1.
Okay.
Time's up.
30 seconds. Well, we're getting there.
That looks really different now.
You gotta really watch what you step. There's no side railings now.
I've been watching where I step, because if you see where those little boards are missing behind you, every time I turned around I was like, oh, I almost stepped in the hole.
This is a part that never was finished, so it's not boards I took up. They were never there. So I'm going to start now on the outside rim and take the top boards. I can't take any of the other round. I can't take those two end boards yet because all of the weight is on those boards.
I can't believe how heavy some of these boards have been.
Those 2x12s are really heavy, and the posts are heavy.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, so how much wood is over there right now?
I know, I'm totally shocked about how much wood. It looks like a lot more when you have it all stacked up. Look at this. That's some good amount.
Still got to go through and get some of the screws out that didn't come out when we pulled them.
Then you got all this metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I broke a nail. Like,
I got a splinter underneath a fingernail. You know how that hurts?
I got this one right here. Emergency 911. I need new nails.
None of that.
Call them in. I hear the chopters now. All right, look at this now.
It's looking a whole lot different, ain't it?
It sure is. And seeing some of these boards, I don't know. Like, I think it's strange. Like, this one here doesn't even sit flush next to it. And then that board over there,
And that back corner drops down.
I'm saying we made the right decision here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wood I could repurpose.
I don't know what we're going to do with all this huge stack of wood we got going on.
I don't know when this was originally built, but at today's prices, I bet he wouldn't have built it.
No. And
Probably scrap.
a large amount of screws, too. But I guess I better come down there.
Yeah, we're on the ground level now. You can't fall from the ground.
I sure don't want to walk around on this much more.
No.
All right, how's this looking now? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think I like the treehouse better. Let's put it all back.
I quit.
I'm kidding.
We're going to leave it like that, and when you misbehave, I'm going to make you walk the plank.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do with this. I mean, I want to remove it, but then I don't know where I'm going to put it. So I think I'd like to think on it. It is screwed to the tree, so the tree's holding it up.
Yeah, I think you should sleep on it because it's been a day of moving some heavy wood.
Literally? Should I just sleep on it?
Yep, sleep right there. Then when you wake up in the morning, walk the plank.
And it'll be gone, or I'll be gone.
One or the other. I mean, look at this behind me.
Yeah, are you going to move all that up the hill?
Like, I don't even want to think about having to move that up the hill now today. Like, that's a lot of wood, and some of it's waterlogged and heavy. So I guess it would be a good time to have a side-by-side.
Yeah, I don't think the Jeep can handle moving this. It's too long.
Any of the neighbors have any mules we could rent?
They actually, I think just about all of them have electric golf carts or something.
They don't use it for workload, so.
I don't think those golf carts would know what to do if they saw work.
Those are for joyriding.
I do think I can put the sheet metal away. I'm just going to put it underneath the porch. There's some more under there.
Even that stuff's pretty heavy.
It's hard to deal with because it can cut you for one, but it's just long.
I know, I was worried about it taking it down from the roof because you're taking it down from a height.
Yeah.
And then it's heavy, so then I just worry about slicing my fingers off.
So I don't really know where I'm going to, I mean, I'd like to get it up the hill, but am I just moving it from one stack to another?
Yes.
So I'd like to think on this too.
Okay, we'll let you sleep on it.
But we don't want it all to get wet. I know it was outside anyway, but it had some protection. We might have to just throw a tarp over this. And
You've got my vote.
and call it a day. But it's not
It's
quite
about
the
time.
project done, but
It's about time to drink some coffee.
yeah, coffee. But we were going to run a full high-speed tape of this whole thing, but we broke our tripod, so I don't think Teresa wanted to sit there and hold the camera the whole time.
No, plus I needed to help.
Yeah, and you were a big help. So, and
Yep, lessons learned. I made a oops with the tripod.
so I'll get this sheet metal put away somewhere, and some of those 2x4s I'll stack in and make it tight. But we'll just leave the stack right here. It's not in my way, and no one can see it from the road unless you're coming in from over here. So I'm not going to move it twice. I'm going to wait and see what it is I'm going to do with it, and then I think we'll just tarp it in place.
Sounds good to me.
I'd rather take wood as I need it, one at a time, and then do something with it instead of moving the stack twice.
Yeah, and we got to evaluate. Some of this wood is not very good. I was surprised to see that the 4 posts, or they weren't really posts, but the 4 pieces of wood going into the ground were not concreted.
One had a little bit of concrete on it, but
Very
it wasn't
little.
really doing anything.
and they didn't go in that far, and you already had rot going on for the ones that were on the ground, so that was a hazard.
It was. Over time, it would have just pooped.
Yeah.
So it does look better.
Definitely looks different.
It looks a lot different, doesn't it?
Now you just look like you have this weird plank going out.
In the middle of, it's a 3D plank. It goes out into space. Look, it's 3D.
Don't walk too far.
It looks like it wouldn't hold you, but it's screwed to the tree.
Yeah. That tree is doing some work. He wants to test his limits here. Oh, let me jump a little. Maybe he does want to sleep down in the ditch.
It's got 4 long boards going this way, so there's still some good wood here. But I think we'll save this probably for another day because I don't have any immediate need for it except to move it from here to there.
Yeah, my back already hurts a little bit, so.
So I'll stack up this little bit and I'll move these tins somewhere and put the ladders up and we'll call it good. So another do-it-yourself project here at Madam Mayor's.
Booyah.
Booyah.